Hello, and welcome to all of my beautiful, vibrant hearts and ephemeral souls who are Leo suns, have big Leo placements, or who are cross watchers for Leo. Welcome to your month ahead messages looking at the month of July 2024. If you are looking for love messages, I have a whole new tier on my Patreon devoted to just that zodiac month ahead love energies. That is linked down below. So in addition to all of the month ahead love messages for all the zodiac signs, I also will do at least like one, if not a couple, random readings a month where I roll the dice and see what two signs in connection the reading is meant to be speaking about. So last month it ended up being Gemini and Cancer, interestingly enough, which I thought was just super duper neat. So if you have an interest in that sort of a deal, go check that out. That's linked below. So I actually already tried to record this, and then the reading got a little waylaid partway through, but I really liked that. Like the energy was really like here. So I'm actually going to keep what we had. So I do apologize that you're not seeing me pull all of it. But basically what I was getting was that a lot of you guys at the bottom of your oracle deck, or excuse me, at the top, the card that got my attention was Magic. Card 31 reduced to a 4. So your major overarching theme for the month ahead is the divine masculine energy. 22 also reduces to a 4. It's a master number as well. So there is a sense where you have had ascended masters, higher consciousness. You've had a lot of spiritual support when it comes to really looking at your foundations. For many of you, the word that was coming through was flood. A lot of you are having really big and significant improvements to your finances. Some of you, this is something you've been working on for the last 4 years. For some, this could even be up to 10 years that you've been in the cycle where you've been working toward this goal, or you've been, working toward this goal in one form or fashion. Put a pin in that. I'll get to it in a moment. For others, this could be since you turned 31. 31 could be a significant number in particular. And we have emergence at the bottom, so something is finally emerging. So the tarot cards that came out for you were the 10 of Wands reversed, the High Priestess, Pisces energy, the Tower, and there you are, Strength, Leo energy. So kind of picking up with what I had said before, again, I apologize, but the energy just felt really right, so I didn't want to redraw. A lot of you guys have been healing wounds when it comes to your stability. Now these can be both at like an internal level and an external level, right? Everything as an internal manifestation and external manifestation. A lot of you, it feels like these are dense, difficult energies and programs, beliefs that you've been working through when it comes to your paternal lineage. There have been old belief patterns when it comes to stability that have run through your father's lineage. So for some, this could be about struggling to receive. For others, this could be about, maybe being a workaholic or feeling stifled and unable to take any action, right? The divine masculine energy was thrown out of balance. When I first pulled this card, it was upside down. Now, I don't usually read oracle cards reversed unless the deck is designed like that. So I did put it upright, but this feels like this is what you are finally releasing, is this disempowered masculine energy. And when I say masculine, of course, I'm not referring to gender identity or expression, but the masculine energy principle, that which is externalized, right? Action oriented, outward oriented, other oriented as well. That which is, provisional and giving. And we all are a mixture of masculine and feminine energies, right? We kind of tend to more naturally gravitate toward one than the other. Or embody one than the other in some form or fashion. So this feels like you guys have been working through a lot. I see this with the 10 of Wands in reverse. I love that you have, of your 4 cards, 3 major arcana and a 10. So this is the end of this cycle. You've been working through wand by wand, so energy by energy, thing by thing. You've been working on dismantling unhealthy programs when it comes to, again, your stability. At the bottom of your tarot deck was the 5 of Pentacles, which was just so on point, right? This is emotional or material poverty. And again, it could be kind of both. There's an internal manifestation and it may have impacted your external stability. You guys are really working through that. We have the house here in the background. And so whenever I see houses in like tarot and oracle, one of the things these can represent for me are our emotional foundations, our subconscious programming, things like that, right? The foundation upon which we build our lives, our houses, so to speak. as well as like familial issues, inherited issues. So you guys have been working through some, I feel, pretty dense, gritty energy. A lot of you guys have been on this journey of surrender is something I'm getting with the High Priestess. Like you've known it's going to be okay even when it doesn't look like that. You've been on a journey to find faith, right? You've been on a journey, something may have come crashing down with this Tower energy. You may have been on a journey to, it's almost like breathe your way through it. The letters J or B might be significant. To almost breathe your way through it and kind of be like, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. And know that the universe is working its magic in your favor, right? Divine timing, order, cycle. Some of you are not where you want to be in life, particularly in your career. I'm seeing in a house as well. So maybe some of you wanted to fix some things in your house and it hasn't gotten done, or by fixing things in your house, you haven't had money to do other things. Some of you have been wanting to move and it's like you can't move to the house that you want or the town you want. You've had to be very patient through some really challenging moments. And it feels almost kind of like, something I was getting. So the magic card was card 31 as well. So something might be coming in for you like all at once, again, a flood, but it might not be until like the 31st of July. It might be at the last moment, right? The 11th hour, because these are your energies for the month, right? So you're releasing this. I feel a lot of you guys are even coming into the month feeling lighter. For some of you, you're wrapping this cycle up energetically until about the 10th of July. So you're coming in with this, and this is like already you're feeling lighter. You're feeling a little bit more, it feels like secure in spirit, right? There's an intuitive knowing. A lot of you guys are going to be able to feel this coming, right? Because even look how she's kind of pointed toward the tower. She knows it's coming. A lot of you guys feel like something big is happening, right? The Lionsgate portal last year may have been significant. That would be August 8th. Or the Lionsgate portal this year. Leo season is going to be your season in more ways than one. It's going to be your season of wins. Something pretty major here. So a lot of you guys are going to have this kind of like feeling of like a lot more peace, a lot more levity for the beginning, like beginning third to half of the month, right? The first half. And then there's this, and I'm going to clarify. It almost kind of feels like for some, this is going to be a situation where it starts to feel a lot like a past situation where everything fell apart and you're going to be like, oh my God, oh shit. And then instead of it like totally falling to pieces, it's actually going to be spectacular. Wow, yeah, and it's going to be, I feel like this, it's not even a test, it's a testament to the strength that you've had, right? This process, this journey you've been on has been about finding those deeper qualities within yourself in the heart space, right? Your resiliency, your optimism, your belief, right? Your drive, your acceptance, your compassion, all of those like really strong things that make a strong character. You have found those through this process. And so where even if something is reminiscent, and we're going to clarify this tower in a sec, reminiscent of a situation from before, you might be braced and be like, okay, I handled this before, I'll handle it again, I'll get through it, and then be wildly surprised. I almost want to say the word juicy, so it might be juicy. Wildly surprised in an incredibly beautiful, I want to say advantageous way. Some of you guys are finally getting a manifestation that is not only the manifestation you've been looking for, but it puts to rest the journey you've been on to get there. It creates context, understanding. It's like, that's why this didn't work out before. Okay, it did all come together. The universe does have my back. I felt drawn to go in this path. I felt like I needed to keep pushing, keep going. And it's not all bullshit. It's not all for nothing. And a lot of you guys are getting confirmation. What is this tower? I need to be nosy. It's actually not that card. What is the tower, Spirit? Wow. And I do want to say this as well. Divine masculine. Some of this could be with a counterpart. Some of you, there's like a difficult journey you've had with a counterpart. And there's about to be a really big shift. And then at the bottom was the King of Wands. So that could be you. But B, I almost feel like if there's another person involved here, this is who you're dealing with. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius could be a fellow fire sign. Yeah, and the Emperor was getting my attention beneath that, particularly in Aries. We know how much Leo and Aries love each other. Don't worry, I'm guilty of that too. I too am a Leo who has had a weak spot for Aries in the past. So you got some big stuff happening. Clarifying the Tower, these 3 cards came out. The Hierophant, the Death card, and the 6 of Swords. So if this is a situation with a relationship, this feels like this is a make or break moment. This feels like a make or break moment. And you might be expecting something to end, right? There's something that happens with a Tower. Big change. Maybe there's some type of like, not catastrophe, but there's like, something's happening. You might be expecting something to end, right? The Tower speaks of sharp left turns, like big endings out of nowhere. The Death is more of a slow, organic change, right? So when I see the 2 come up in a reading, that suggests that there's a big ending, like there's a big that happens, but it's really like the finale after a long period of growth. So for some of you, there seems like there's going to be this big ending and you're like anticipating like, oh, dip, it's really over. And you're preparing yourself to move forward. And again, find your peace, find your understanding, find your belief, find those things you've had to use and rely on in the past to get you through it. And then you're surprised with this beautiful sense of commitment and devotion with the Hierophant. So many major arcana of the 7 cards, only 2 of them are minor arcana. The rest are all major. We also have Taurus and we have Scorpio here. So there could be an opposites attract situation here. For some, you've dealt with a really challenging past connection with a masculine energy, and you might be in a new connection, and there's something where it starts to feel an awful lot like what happened before. So you're gearing yourself up already, like, all right, this is probably over, this needs to be, I'm probably gonna call it, we're gonna have to like leave this behind. And you're gonna be really, really surprised by what actually comes out of it. Whatever this is will bring you closer with this person. Now, if this does not involve another person, I see that, again, with these clarifying the Tower, it seems like something is gonna end. You're preparing yourself, you're gearing up, you're tensing up, you're like, okay, this is it, that's all she wrote, this isn't happening, or I'm gonna have to let this go, or I'm gonna have to, again, pull a win out, pull something better out of me here in order to overcome this. And you're ready to do that. And you're really going to find out with the Hierophant that your commitment to your spiritual path, whether it's believing in your manifestation or finding optimism, right? Finding grace, allowing things to shift and change. Again, some of you have been working through blocks to receiving. It's like that being tested, and the fact that you've learned how to really embrace the circumstances of your life due to those qualities you've cultivated within self. That is being rewarded magnificently. You've had quite a devotion to your spiritual path, to your learning and your growth, and you are about to be handed something that's very, very solid as a result. What is this big win? Okay, the 3 of Swords, the Queen of Swords. I do want to take this one. The 9 of Pentacles. Okay, 10 of Pentacles at the bottom. Like I said, a lot more support, a lot more financial abundance. This might not necessarily be directly related to what, like, the big event that's coming through. Like if you look back at July and you're like, wow, that was really the thing. So finances might be improving. You might not see the full manifestation of it in July, but it starts in July. Your big win here, the 3 of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and the 9 of Pentacles, it feels like you are finally getting the chance to say what you need to say. Some of you are finally making a choice. Yeah, your big win in this is that your dedication, like a lot of you had your hearts broken in some form or fashion. And it taught you to be in this Queen of Swords energy and really protecting yourself, protecting your well-being, protecting your independence, protecting your personal projects, like protecting what you want to cultivate for yourself within self. Some of you are finally receiving information, right? We have the Birds of Paradise, and I have a different deck where that flower is associated with self-acceptance. Some of you have been waiting to hear something. You wanted to hear an apology. You wanted to hear words of affirmation from somebody. You wanted to hear something. And like some of you just wanted to know why somebody hurt you, why somebody broke your heart. And you guys have been working so hard in the time in between to know your own worth that it feels like by the time this comes in, you either don't need it or you're finally going to be able to say what you need to say. You're getting like a really significant closure moment. That's a huge win here. And I do feel it has a very positive impact on your finances. Again, everything has an internal manifestation and external manifestation. By you being able to affirm very, very much so, that you know, you can handle anything, right? You're smart enough to be able to handle anything. You're boundaried enough. You're principled enough. You know, by you really standing in your self-respect and your belief in self, your belief in your stability, in your dreams, this is being mirrored back to you in multiple different ways. So your win is that after a period of quite a lot of heartbreak and challenge, you are coming out in a much more stable place within yourself, whether that's emotionally, financially, or both. So this is absolutely gorgeous. I'm super excited to see what comes out for your love messages. I'm about to go record those. But yeah, you'll have to let me know how this pans out for you guys. I love hearing from you in the comments. So yeah, that's what I got for you. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm wishing you a safe, happy, healthy month ahead. And of course, a happy birthday to all of my July Leos. Yeah, I was gonna say we couldn't do this without you. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much for being here. Take care, guys.